Rain it in, rain it in. Well, this is going well. This is going just as good as my photo attempt with the D-bag, undisclosed D-bag of the PGA Tour, this year's FedEx Cup champion. Welcome back to the Birdies Bourbon show, by the way. I'm Cal. That was Dan talking, if you wanted to know who was dropping D-bags on here. Yeah, I mean, it's I'm lubed up. I don't know about you, Dan, but after spending a week at Eastlake in hot Atlanta, I hate that shit. It ain't fucking hot Atlanta. Nobody spells it with an H, by the way. It's just Atlanta. And yes, it's hot. I mean, you should know this by now. I mean, Atlanta is like the butthole of Georgia. That's what it is. If God gave Georgia an enema, it would wind up in the hard streets of east of downtown where I live. That's what would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Viktor Hovland, congratulations, by the way, but not a very, I would have not. So there are two people. Now let me give you the two people. And I want you to tell me, so it could be one of, it could be neither of, or both. One, Viktor Hovland. Maybe he hears you call him Javi all the time. And he's like, I don't know who this friggin' Dan the Bot guy is. Who's he calling me Javi? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe not. So you got Javi. And then you got the Iceman.
Mm-hmm.
So I bump into both of those guys.
Yeah.
At the course. And both of those guys, one of the guys gives me the Heisman. That's what would identify which guy did what. One of the guys gives me the Heisman. No photo. No small talk. No nothing. Just the Heisman. The other guy just says, I don't take pictures until after I play. And I can't do a Norwegian accent. So yeah, that doesn't, that was not an accent, and that was just my accent. That wasn't trying to accent anybody.
So I'm guessing that Javi gave you the Heisman. I mean,
Your chat GPT is working. It's this and the bot's getting smarter as we talk. Yeah. So Javi just gave the Heisman. Kept on walking. You know how you see him all the time on camera, and he's got that little that fake smile, and he's like a mule, like a possum eating shit. He's got that smile and stuff in his teeth. So he gave me one of the. He didn't give me the smile. He just gave me the Heisman. He just hand up. Don't talk to me. Okay.
Did you catch him on a bad day or something?
I mean, he hadn't started winning yet. And he was like 27 strokes behind world number one. Well, I guess world number two at the time. Maybe world number one. So I don't know. I didn't appreciate his attitude though. It made it hard for me to actually pull for him. Here's the thing. The Korean, she said a few weeks ago, she said, man, I bet that guy's a deep. I'm like, no, that guy is, no, he's like, look at him out there smiling and going on. Maybe it was, what was he contending for? Was it the PGA championship against Brooks? I think that's what it was. Yeah. And he busted into the bunker and goes in. Yeah. So, yeah, she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, nah, he's a great guy. I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I mean, he's going to work. So and who am I? Who am I for him to stop and give me any time? I mean, Rory knew he was going to have plenty of time. So, of course, Rory stopped. Rory's caddy stopped. Jordan Spieth's caddy stopped in. Oh, you would have. I know you bet you're envious of that photo. You could. You know what?
I'm so envious. Yes.
You should chat. You should AI this, and you can superimpose your face onto my body beside of Michael.
Let's go on the refrigerator door. Yep. So, what did Michael say to you? Anything special?
I said, "How you feeling about this week, man?" He said, "Well, we're happy to be here." The most interesting conversation that I had, and when I say conversation, it's like the exchange of like two half sentences. So Keegs is coming in. By the way, we're going to recap briefly. We're going to talk about the Tour Championship.
Obviously, we're not going to spend too much time on the Tour Championship because somebody don't like that.
Well, so it was hot. God almighty, was it hot there? Hey, shout out Johnny O for putting me in some good gear, keeping me cool on the course. So hey, if you don't know Johnny O, you should log on and go find Johnny O. Affiliate link coming soon. So Keegs is walking in. And I'm like, this ain't gonna fly, because he's got a camera guy behind him, and then he's got like I don't know, in the porn industry, you'd call it a fluffer. He had somebody, kind of fanning him and spraying him off with whatever, and misting him with New Hampshire mountain spring water, keeping him cool. Keegs is coming in. He's walking across. He walks past the practice putting green, walks across the cart path, walking behind the 10th tee box. And I'm like, Keegs, hey man, let's grab a photo. Nobody's around. He goes, okay, no problem. So he leans over and he goes, hey, hope you have a good week. I said, I hope you do too. Snap a photo. And I said, by the way, you got that ticket booked yet? He's like, what ticket booked? What ticket are you talking about? I said, the ticket to Rome, baby. Oh no. He said, not yet, but I'm going to work on it this week. That was apparently a T9 does not put him ahead of a T16 I can't find Justin Thomas's finishing position at East Lake this week.
That's the thing I was going to tell you. If Keegan really wanted to be on that Ryder Cup, he should have skipped the playoffs in the FedEx Cup.
That's how they're really cool.
Hey, Zach, what do you think about JT over Keegan? Why'd you do this? Well, JT's rested. He's certainly rested.
He indeed he is. So let's wrap up East Lake real quick.
Okay.
So I've had multiple people tell me how boring of a tournament that was. It's like, as soon as Javi got out and I don't even know I don't know what I'm going to call him anymore. The V word. I'm going to call him the V. Yeah, we'll figure out how I'm going to say that and not get banned from the morning after. So Viktor gets in the lead, and it's like, well, that's all she wrote. But now, granted, you can't argue that guy put on a show.
So are we going against the nickname of Vic now? So it's Little Prick Vic.
Ooh, I love where this is going. So Little Prick Vic. Yes, I'm gonna have to write that down. I'll get drunk and forget it, but remind me. Put that in the chat GPT. That way I remember that. Who else? What Xander Schauffele? By the way, we got to talk about one and done in a minute.
Yeah,
or we can do it at the end, however you want to. I'll let you. You can lead us down the.
We should talk about it after we talk about the Tour Championship. Yeah.
All right. But Xander Schauffele, comes in just firing off, shoots a 62 on Sunday, and he's like, fuck, I'm still getting beat by 5 strokes by Viktor Hovland, of which I think Viktor started, I don't know if he was ahead or before. And obviously that leaderboard shit, I don't know. I can't get into that. Just, it doesn't register. But I'm definitely going to manage I'm going to preset better than I did this year, even though somebody may have came out with as the victor, not that prickter. But Xander's so good here, man. So good. Yep. You know who surprised me? Wyndham Clark surprised me.
Why?
Showing up, and he was well behind, but it shoots 68 or better. Over the 4 days. I just didn't know how he was going to fare at East Lake. Fairways are very narrow. Again, everything, it was crisp out there, buddy. It was very, very crisp. The greens, they were crunchy. We had thunder delays, thunderstorms, rain delays. There was a mixed bag of everything that goes on, typical in Georgia this time of year. Rory McIlroy, he does come in and close with a 65 on Sunday, but holy shit, they could not cater to him. This is the announcer, the commentators, by the way. Making excuse in the world for one, Rory McIlroy. Oh, my neck, my back. It's like, good God. Give me a break. So, here's the interesting thing though. Think about like who is leading. I'm not surprised to see Cantlay where he's at. or where he finished up at fifth. I mean, this season, we're not going to see this same season next season, right? With the mandatory play, even though the golden boy, he says, hey, find me your $3 million. That's fine. I'll play what I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it took a toll on some of these guys, right? I mean, like the McIlroys, who Tommy Fleetwood actually looked pretty good. Scottie Scheffler. I don't know if you saw my post earlier. It was I was plagiarizing at Kyle Porter, CBS. By the way,
were you?
I mean, I put the credit shit on there for Kyle. But yeah, I mean, it's like number one, and then I don't know, he's like 174th or something in putting. We got to get Craig Foster on. We need the elk, and we need Foster, the man in black, to share some words of advice and some putting woes with Scottie Scheffler.
Absolutely.
I mean, that guy could. I mean, I think he had the most top 10s this season, and he very well could have won half of those if he just putted halfway better. Not clean, not totally, but just halfway better. Probably could have won half of those.
It's true.
I was really excited on Friday. I thought, and I made a comment to him when I saw Morikawa on Monday, and I said, congrats on making it to the weekend, or to make it to East Lake. I said, and the good news is you're going to make it to the weekend. I said the bad news is it's a long way to the top. He said, I'm feeling it. We're good. I'm like, okay. He's 61. I'm like, I mean, I got a bet riding on that. I'm thinking this is good, man. I mean, I've rubbed something good off on Collin Morikawa. I guess Thursday he shot the 61.
Yeah, he did.
And Friday he shoots a 64. Yeah, the weekend didn't fare so well, but I don't know. We'll see him again in Rome, so that's coming up soon. I don't know anybody else that's a call out for you. I mean, Taylor Moore, Grillo, Jason Day. I think he was trying to get out of there so he could finish. He wanted to get off first thing in the morning on Sunday. That way he could get to get home to the wife. Got a new baby on the way.
That's right.
Maybe the baby's here. I don't know if it's here or not.
Yeah. Good for him. Good for him. No, I mean, like you said earlier, I mean, the tournament itself, the format, we talked about it like last show or whatever. It's very stale. It's not a good format. And I mean, they could do so
like
much
this
better.
Show. It's stale.
Ooh. Well, we got Chat
show.
GPT now, so we're good to go.
Well, that's coming next season.
Next season.
Well,
good for Vic. I mean,
little prick Vic.
All right. Yeah. I mean, so player of the year goes to who?
I think it's still going to be Rahm.
You think it's going to be Rahm?
I mean,
not
of
Victor?
which. So what do you got? We got Memorial, and we got the fake Super Bowl of golf, right?
Didn't he win? Yeah, but didn't he win another playoff event too, or no? Did he win one or no?
No, Glover
won. Glover won. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
It wasn't Vic.
If he did, you can let me know, but I don't think so.
I don't think he. Yeah. It's Rahm.
I mean, the real question is should it be Scottie Scheffler, man of the people? Of which, by the way, I did see Scottie.
You did see Scottie. How was he?
I did. He was like, "Hey, how do you get?" I said, "Scottie, time for a pick." He said, "I do. Time for a board game." I'm like, "Well, I don't.
Vic gave you the Heisman. Vic gave you the Heisman, and then Scottie came by. And you guys played Uno for an hour.
Nah, I'm just saying. Just saying. That's. I mean, it just is the show, man. It's like I don't know. Maybe it was a language barrier. I'm not. My Norwegian is pretty weak. What language?
When next time that Vic gives you the Heisman, you got to give him the Johnny Cash.
That is. I do expect to see Viktor Hovland back at East Lake next year. Yeah. So I've got put that in the Chat GPT right beside the and I'm going to call him by his real name.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna Johnny Cash him right away.
Yeah.
That way, hey, I'm just gonna hit him with it right between the eyes. No, I mean not literally.
Remember me?
Not literally hit him, but I'm definitely gonna give it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna cash him. Gonna cash in on that one. Yeah, I don't know. It was fun. East Lake's a fun track. The issue, East Lake is hilly as hell, man.
Is it?
It is. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't know if people realize how hilly Atlanta is. But East Lake is, I mean, it's like straight up and straight down, straight up and straight up. Scottie said, except for hole number, was it 16, 17, except for hole number 15, across the water. And he's like, it is flat as flat can be until the ball tries to skip off the water and it bounces into that bank on 15. Yeah, that 15 was not kind to Scottie Scheffler this week. That didn't work out in his favor very long. All right, what else we got for East Lake? I got nothing else. It's I'm still having hot flashes over it, and that's not from my menopause either.
Did Tommy Fleetwood's hair did it like the wind get it and it brushed up against you?
Yeah, didn't you? Yeah, did you see my picture?
I did. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was wind. Yeah, it's like, boy, you should put a band around that stuff. Very, very nice though. And
was he?
Oh yeah, and by the way, shit, I'm gonna screw this up, but I think it was DK Blue Devil on Instagram. Let's see. So it's the fake Tommy Fleetwood, basically. That's what it is.
Oh,
and so I saw him and I couldn't remember his IG handle. By the way, if you want to go and check out some of the things that we're posting on Instagram, it's Birdies_Bourbon. Not any of those fake accounts. Oh, and you know what else? While I was there, I bumped into the Imperial hat guy, and he saw my hat, and he goes, "Oh, that's not an Imperial hat." And I said, "It is not. I'll agree with that." He goes, "Well, have you been messaging me on Instagram?" And I said, "That's probably the fake Birdies and Bourbon, not the guys that own the trademark, but that's the fake."
That's right. That's right. What did he say?
He said, "Oh, I'll have to address that. I'm sorry. I've been responding back, and I thought it was you." And I'm like, "No, not it. It wasn't me." Yeah, DK Blue Devil. He said, "Not the first time it sweetens, and be back soon for the Roadside Cup." So I will see you there, and maybe we'll get an updated fake Tony Fleetwood picture.
Nice.
We'll see how that goes.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun. It's close. It's like, it's right here. It's right down the street. My friends at Johnny O, our friends at Johnny O, they were very nice to us this year. So, good looking out. We appreciate it. And, yeah, that's a wrap, I suppose. I don't know what else you got.
I think that's it for the Tour Championship. I think next week we probably can get more into like season wrap up and Player of the Year, which you already said, but we can probably go deeper into that. And
what about Rookie of the Year?
Rookie of the Year. Who do you think?
It's got to be Eric Cole. It's going to be the oldest rookie. I mean, I don't think it's the oldest rookie of PGA Tour history, but it is definitely the oldest rookie in this class, and I think it's got to be Eric Cole.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Good call out.
Don't know that's the case. I do think there are a few faces that we're probably not going to see back here next year. Wendy C, I don't know. We'll see what happens in Rome. Brian Harman, wouldn't be surprised if he's not back. Lucas Glover, I don't know. I mean, there's a few faces that are. It's kind of like, I don't know if we're going to see them again. I mean, Vic, yes. Xander, yes. Rory, Cantlay. Fleetwood hadn't been here in a while, so who knows what's going to happen with that. Scheffler, of course, out there doing the Texas toe tapper. Morikawa. Burns could not be back here next year.
So I don't know anything about Vic, if he's a nice guy, or he could have had a bad day when you met him. He could have been. I don't know. I do remember several years ago when he's coming on the scene, listening to a podcast, not ours, I do listen to ours, but this wasn't that one.
I don't know why you would. I wouldn't listen.
I don't know. I don't either. And they were talking about him. I think they had this coach on, and they're talking about Vic and this and that. And you know how like he was eating Chipotle after the victory, and they asked him about, where's he going to do to spend the money. I live in Stillwater, Oklahoma. It doesn't cost much to live there.
Go a long way in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
I swear it was him, because it was that group of Wolf, Morikawa, and Hovland. And I think they were talking about Hovland. I think it was Hovland's coach. And they said, the coach said, the one thing we're trying to convince Vic not to do right now is buy a plane. So I don't know where this humble thing is coming from.
That is complete bullshit. This humbleness that he, I mean, I guess good job. I mean, maybe it's his heritage. Maybe, I mean, isn't Norway close to Sweden?
Yeah.
Maybe it's maybe it's a high altitude thing. I don't know what it was, but I don't know.
Yeah.
By the way, it's going to be bad news for Team USA. I mean, he's gonna. It's a reckoning coming for him. Is what I would pose back. Bucky's hoping that he doesn't have to play singles against Viktor Hovland.
Let's get into it. All right, this is good. Zach Johnson, Capitan, has made his picks. Well, I didn't think there was any shockers in there at all. Did you? It was pretty much chalk slate of what the focus groups told him to pick.
Well, I wrote a little something up. I'd like to read this to you if you don't mind.
All right, please.
Well, I didn't write it, but a friend of the show wrote it. I got a picture with him earlier in the week. Said he hadn't booked his ticket to Rome yet.
That's right.
And quote, I could tell by the response from Zach when I answered the phone that I wasn't on the team. I'm super bummed out. I thought I put together a really good year with 2 wins, including in Hartford over an elite field. I'm proud of what I've done. I think JT is a generational talent. I've always been an outsider in the sport, but I've tried to get closer to the guys I thought would be on the team. I feel like moving forward, I'm going to have to automatically qualify for the Ryder Cup. I'm pulling for Team USA. Who am I, Dan, as a professional golfer?
Grandpa. Keegan Bradley. That's his nickname, Grandpa.
So the all the noise about the boys club, about what golf is. Golf is the what do they call it? Where I was, it's been so long since I've lived in the country. The good old boys club is what we used to call it back there. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that, other than I think it was a very nice way of him Johnny cashing Zach and the rest of the team. Now, here's the question here's what I don't understand. Is I don't know when he says, I spent a lot of time trying to get to know. Well, I mean, shit, Keegan ain't no spring chicken, man. And all of a sudden you go like, I tried to spend some time, I'm paraphrasing, but I tried to spend time getting to know the guys that I thought were going to be on the team. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you got 2 wins. He finishes well ahead of several other people that didn't have any wins. Finished better at the Tour Championship. I actually thought and I think Keegan's got that dog, man. I think he's got that. I think Keegan, remember, and how much these two, I would love to see them just not piss drunk, but having a couple too many at the clubhouse, and then it sets off. Miguel and Keegan. Remember when they had the little, and they're like throwing stuff on the ground, and I mean they're like that is.
He's a little feisty, yeah.
Yes, I mean he's a northeasterner. I think that I don't know if it's a miss. We'll talk about this in a second, but
I think it's a huge miss. I think if you're going to be on the Ryder Cup, you better be playing at East Lake.
I mean, so do I.
Yeah, it's kind of a prerequisite. You should be playing East Lake.
Okay, all right. So everybody's seen this as of now, but so the picks go. Who are the picks, Dan? Who are the picks?
Dustin Johnson. No, it's the trio. The three amigos.
The
three amigos, and then you got Sam Burns.
You do have Sam Burns.
Collin Morikawa.
You do have
and Brooks Koepka
and Jordan Spieth.
Well, he's one of the three amigos.
You said I'm sorry. You said the three amigos. Okay. So Keegan's over here like, oh, I'm not part of the boys club. I'm not a cool kid that people like. I mean, who the fuck likes Brooks Koepka?
Well, besides us, we like Brooks. He's a baseball player.
Hey. Yeah. I love all the scene. I hope the next full send, is that what it is? Full swing? Full send?
Full swing. Yeah.
Well, I hope the next full swing they do, I hope it's clothing optional at the pool. That's what I hope.
So Brooks would have took the picture.
He would have. I did. I guaranteed.
Guaranteed he would.
He would have definitely taken the picture. And so here's what I do think. I think that. So I gotta start checking these off as we talk about them. But I'm probably going to circle back and talk about them again. You know how I like to drink a lot and repeat myself. So let me do this. Let me roll through these people and just good or bad. Right. This is a simple like good pick, bad pick. Bucky.
You want me to answer?
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah. Good pick, bad pick.
Bad pick.
We got an X on Bucky. JT.
Nope.
Ooh. Let's see. Sam Burns.
Nope.
Oh, ain't no Kunash showing up to Rome, say. Collin Morikawa.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
I think so too. We don't agree on a lot of things. Jordan Spieth.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
I mean, who doesn't want to go to Spieth Island? I mean, I know Rome's not on an island, but who am I missing? Hold on. How do you feel about the wannabe baseball player?
Beyonce? Yeah, I think he needs to be on that team.
Yeah. Oh, so you're in for BK. Okay. Yeah. I also am in on BK. So I'd like to disagree with you just to I really
but I'm right.
I can't. Okay, so here we go. And by the way, we did not talk about one and done, but we do have to get a show. Right. We do have to get a show together with the Chasing Daylight podcast guys.
Yeah.
Well, they need to grovel a little bit. Okay. They need to grovel. I mean, we're going to give them their due, and they're going to be able to make their case as to why they made bad decisions, at least worse decisions than what I'd made. And I mean, I think it's all fair. By the way, guys, we're looking for Russell's 13 year. Don't get me the Wild Turkey Voyage, the Masters Keep. It's not. I mean, it's fine, but it's not, I don't know. Anyway, so you say no Bucky.
Yeah, no Bucky.
All right. First off, let me tell you who. Let me roll this out to you, because those that are not listening, I don't need to show any pictures yet. But for those that aren't that are just listening, by the way, you should always just listen. Don't ever watch this stuff on YouTube. It's horrible. Most of the time, the bot does it topless. He doesn't even know that he's like a real boy. Okay, so those are the captain's picks. Come on. I mean, I thought I had everything set up, Dan. That's that. Here I go drinking again and screwing things up. Getting things discombobulated. All right, so the five guys that got overlooked, that were picked, that were ahead of individuals that were picked, and in no particular order. You've got Bradley, Young, McCarthy, Glover, and Finau.
Well, that's just on the PGA Tour, but yeah.
Okay. Bucky, you say no Bucky.
No Bucky.
All right. Who you replacing Bucky with?
Bryson.
I think he cut a finger off this week. I mean, this was like, I think he did something the other day and cut a finger off. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he cut his knee. I think it could have been a lawnmower injury. Could not have been.
You think he's cut his own grass?
He ain't got no damn grass. No, he's got like the AstroTurf shit.
So I would replace Rickie with either like DeChambeau or Keegan. One of those two guys. Yeah.
Okay. What about JT?
Yeah, same thing. One of those two guys, or Cam Young. I mean, Cam Young had a good year, decent year, but I go Sam Burns first is one I would probably not have picked. I don't know why they picked Sam Burns. Do you? Other than he's friends with Scottie Scheffler.
Well, he did win earlier this year. He did win.
This year.
Yeah. He won the match.
Charles Schwab.
He won the match.
No, that was 22. Hold on. No, what did he win? He didn't win anything this year.
I thought he won the match play.
Oh, maybe he did.
Yeah,
does not show up on Fantasy National?
I don't know. I don't think so, because it's not like you don't get any points for it or any shit like that. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, he didn't win any
a team event. Event.
A team event.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Not an exhibition match like those boys are playing over there on the Live Tour.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I'm with you. What about DJ? I mean, where's
MVP of the last Ryder Cup? 5 for 5. 5 for 5.
Does it snow? So maybe he would pull his name out of the hat. Does it snow in Rome? The last time I was in Rome, what I can tell you, you can get a damn good cocktail at the Jerry Thomas Project. I didn't see it. It didn't snow while I was there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
So back to your thing. So who are you replacing? You think Fowler should be on or not on? I mean, he did play pretty well this year. He had one win. He played okay at majors. He did a lot better than JT. I'll tell you that. But
so I'll go to. Well, I'll kind of start in the order that you the inverse of what I gave to you.
Okay.
Burns is Keegan Bradley for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I think Keegan is. I think Keegan would be good in the locker room. I mean, he's like he tried to be buddies with people. You think Brooks Koepka is going to be fucking friendly with any of those people? No. He's showing up and going out to play and grabbing ass. I don't know. His wife probably won't be able to travel because she got the kid on board. And
allegedly.
She has been doing a lot of swimwear modeling, by the way. I don't know if you
I have not seen it.
Jenna Sims, Sims Koepka, but I never knew I'd be into anyway.
I digress.
Anyway, what I had said was so I think Keegan is my Burns, right? Okay. Or I think that, and I mean, Burns is going for this. I swear to God, go to Birdies _Bourbon. You'll see it posted on there. I think that I think that Sam Burns is trying to he's trying to become the new Cam Smith of the PGA Tour. He's mulleting him. I mean, he's a Louisiana coon-ass man, and I think he's thinking like, I'm gonna go ahead and get the mullet rocking before Cam Davis shows back up. Now that we're all one tour again, and we're going to be playing events again, like I gotta own this. I mean, they could confuse me with Cam. His mustache was not nearly. I didn't even see a mustache, so he's got to work on that little mousy mustache. If they're gonna really, I mean, from the back and head turned, you could definitely be like, oh shit, it does look like Cam. Is it who is that?
Who had a better year this year, Sam Burns or Taylor Gooch?
I mean,
didn't Taylor Gooch win like 3 times on Live this year?
We talking win a Money in the Bank? I mean, yeah, I mean, a little artsy fartsy exhibition match over there.
A good year, man. He won like 3 times.
It's like a frat party and a little golf that you get paid for in the meantime. So, all right. So Keegan's my Burns. I guess I know. So here's the other thing is, I mean, I think JT, and he said it today. I don't know if you watched any of the anything that got released.
No.
What
I
did
was
JT
traveling today, but tell me what do you say?
Putting yourself in harm's way, were you?
I was, yeah.
I'll have to paraphrase because I've been drinking. But essentially he said, sometimes you want to win too bad. And I mean, I don't ever win at anything. So I always want to win too bad. I mean, I'm not a professional. I suck at fucking golf. I can't hold my liquor. I'm a lightweight. I mean, there's lots of issues that I have. These are personal things that I'm dealing with, and I'm still dealing. And it's okay not to be okay, by the way. And I've accepted that, and I'm working through these things. But this is not what he said. This is what I'm saying. But what he did say, and the way that I took it, and the way that I digested this in my own personal experiences in not being okay, but it's okay, was sometimes you just want to win too bad. And you just can't get there. But when you've been elected to be on the member picking committee before you've been anointed a member, well, it probably means you're going to be a member. Good old boys club. Good old boys club again.
Good old boys club.
But again, I mean, he was kind of back to I'm going to be, you want to win too bad, and then you get in your own way and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck, man, that's what I think about halfway through the bottle on like hole number 12 is I'm like, well, fuck. I mean, I'm playing like shit and I've drank half of this bottle and a 6-pack of beer. It's like, well, now I'm really in my own way. I mean, this ain't going to work out. So nevertheless, I know why he got invited. So think about this. Think about what happened at the Open Championship.
Yep.
And the three amigos were over there showboating and fiddle fucking around
Wimbledon,
at Wimbledon, and had their little fancy outfits on. And by the way, did Ralph get a vote on this? I mean, specifically, Ralph said, no, thank you. You're not going to be wearing our logos anymore. And I've seen a lot of shit out. Maybe they knew he was going to be on the team and they're like, no. We're going to make this image wear this sweater. This is the sweater that we're going to make him wear.
Exactly.
I don't know, but I'm just saying, I think it's fun and cool, at Baker's Bay when you fly the seaplane in and it lands and they bring the little Zodiac out and pick you up and you're barefooted and you got your Speedo on and your shotgunning beers along the way. But when you're going to the Ryder Cup and I don't know, I think it may be a little, it's been a minute. I don't think Rickie's been there since 2018, I believe. I think Rickie's played there I think he's been in 4 Ryder Cups. Hadn't been there since 2018. And I don't know that they're inviting Phil as a vice captain to keep Bucky in line. So that could be a little something to deal with over there. I mean, at least if you got DJ there, I mean, he gets a little tooted up. I mean, should he be there all night?
Yeah.
Up and watching.
So,
chaperone.
I know you just said, I know why they picked JT. We're on JT now, right? So who are you replacing JT with?
With the snowman.
Oh, Dusty. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
all right. So I don't really see how a guy that he didn't win anything this year, right? Did he win anything this year?
Who?
Justin.
No, he's still riding on the laurels of last year's PGA Championship.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he didn't win anything this year. Yeah, PGA Championship was the last thing he won.
Yeah, 2022, 21-22 season though.
So Zach said today, it's hard for me to judge people on the Live Tour because I don't get to see them in form competing on the PGA Tour.
Bullshit.
And I call bullshit too. Well, I mean, how is a miscut at the 3M, a miscut at the Open, 60th at the Scottish, miscut at Rocket? How is that good form? I mean, anybody's better than that freaking form.
So what you're saying is you can't judge me based on my major performances that I was allowed to play in. You can't judge my exhibition matches that I'm playing 3 days on the weekend haphazard, randomly.
Yeah.
But you can watch me go out and just duff the ball tournament after tournament after round, and you can select me.
Yes. Yeah. So the golf world was watching this, and people are, from what I've seen on social, pretty PO'd for JT getting the nod. I mean, he did not play good enough to have. I mean, the recent form, I mean, it's just been horrendous, right? He's basically the Megan Rapinoe of the Ryder Cup.
Here's how I would frame that up. I mean, and by the way, you can actually go to fantasynational.com and you can look at the 2023 season, and we have starred a few players. And I mean, like JT's, I don't want to say he's DFL, but if we're going to talk, and not that we're not strokes gained experts. Was that one of those Jack and Coke things?
No.
I'll take it. Yes, it was one of those pre-made Jack and Coke.
Yes,
things.
it was.
I like that.
Yes, it was.
I like
yes,
that. Oh, that's sexy.
Yeah.
I mean, if we look at fantasynational.com and we look at strokes gained total for the season, out of every, and we've got, I don't know, I didn't count them, but there's probably 25-ish or 30 people. JT is ranked 61st.
Yeah.
I mean, Spieth is ranked 30th, by the way. But I'm not sideways about the Spieth thing.
No.
But I mean, you got Keegan Bradley's ranked 21st.
Yeah.
Jason Day, Daddy to be, he probably pulled his name out of the hat. I don't know. Eric Cole.
Well, he's Australian.
I mean, good day, mate.
Yeah.
I was just making sure you're paying attention. Sometimes the bot tunes out. Tony Finhois. I mean, I don't know. Would you? He
won a little heater. He won a little heater this year.
He attempted at one.
Did he win? Did he win? He won a bunch last year, right? He didn't win that much this year.
He didn't win shit this
year. He won.
He won Mexico. I think he beat Rahm in Mexico.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, everybody's down on the dog on Henley. They're like, why ain't Henley in the picture?
That's true, and he's not even being talked about.
I don't know, but I'm just saying. Well, he lives in Columbus, Georgia. I mean, ain't nobody talking about nobody from Columbus, Georgia.
Where does Zach Johnson live? Iowa.
Yeah. That's. I mean, certain things don't need to get discussed. But I don't know. Yeah, JT for me. I mean, you could go a lot of different directions. It's DJ for me. Give me DJ, or give me.
So you're
DJ
taking Keegan and okay.
Give me DJ. But if I got to pick one, give me DJ. I think he went 5-0.
He went 5 for 5. He did. He won 5-0
or 5 for 5. Yeah,
whatever. Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand how you can have that kind of track record and not be picked. I mean,
especially because I know what you're based. And you think the snowman. You think Dusty doesn't bring? Now, I understand that what you see on camera isn't very energetic, but there ain't no way you go through a bag of snow and you ain't bringing energy to the room.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So when does Team Euro hasn't announced theirs yet, right?
No, because they've got a couple more tournaments to play before they get to sound off on who's going to be there. It's bad news, man. It is. Yeah. I think it's bad news for Team USA. Like if you haven't placed a bet by now, you should just go ahead and, if you haven't placed a bet on Team Euro by now, you should just go back and go ahead and bet on Team USA and hope and pray that something just goes completely sideways.
Do you think Team Euro has any live players on theirs?
No, I do not.
No, like Sergio, no Westy,
no
Louis. No, Louis not. No. Yeah. Huh, okay, but so you're so confident to bet on Team Euro and they haven't even made their picks yet. That's bad. Yeah.
It's you
got Fitzpatrick, Javi, Hatton,
Rory,
McIlroy, Lowry. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty nasty. As soon as you throw like a winged Rory McIlroy in the mix, I mean, he's going to have something to prove.
Now, I did see a clip. Rory's going to a wedding and a bachelor party coming up. He said he's got a couple days to relax before he has to play the Ryder Cup. I don't know how he's going to be.
I don't know. We may have seen the best of Rory McIlroy. I'm not saying he's not going to win again. But I don't know. I think this season I think it sucked a lot out of him, man.
It did.
I think that and I don't mean physically. I mean, because he's still what is he, 32 or 3, 4? I don't know, early 30s, right?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, yeah, you should be fine. But I think mentally sucked a lot out of him, dude. I think and Dan, number 2, I think the whole Tiger Woods saga that's gone on, and I don't think there'll ever be a release of we will not have the director of the Rory McIlroy saga on the show like we did the director of the Tiger Woods saga on the show. I don't think that'll ever happen to that degree, to that extent of here's what was going on. But I do think it was like, hey man, I'm going to rein it back, and I'm going to do what I want to do and what I need to do. And I don't need to go down these roads and these paths. I mean, I've won a lot. I do think he wants to win the Masters. I think that's probably something that's out there. I mean, yes, he would love to have a career Grand Slam, but I think if he finishes without it, I don't think he's going to be like just totally butthurt.
So I agree with everything you just said about that. I was thinking about this. So how do you think this was chalk, right? It was a chalk captain's picks, pretty much. There was nothing surprising about any of it. You break the 3 amigos and Collin and Brooksy and
he had to pick Koepka.
Sam Burns. Sam Burns was the most controversial one.
He had to pick Koepka. If he wouldn't have picked Koepka, the Team USA would have been consumed. But because here's the thing, if you're going to take a live player, you have to take Koepka. Now you can argue that you could or couldn't take another one, but if you take a live player, you have to take Koepka.
Yeah.
Only choice.
Yeah, he made you take him.
And if you don't take him, you're completely consumed by why didn't you pick Koepka?
Yep. So if I'm Team USA, you know what I really want to see? Who would be the captain?
This dog barking in the background, that's not Dixie.
Yeah, Dixie. Yeah, Dixie. Yeah. No, who do you think I want to be the captain of the Ryder Cup team for the USA?
Well, it ain't going to be Tiger Woods. Now, Phil Mickelson.
I want it to be Michael Jordan.
Does it have to be I mean, I know that they have vice captains that are not golfers.
Make Jordan the captain, man.
Are there rules that say the captain has to be a professional golfer?
I don't know.
He's
not playing.
I mean, he could.
He could.
Well, I mean, Tiger did. Tiger was the President's Cup captain. He was a playing captain, but I think he only played one event. But if we can do that, I don't know. We got to research that. Well, what's this? Let's see. Filibuster. I'll get the bot in action. Okay.
Bot in action. And I would love to see Phil as a captain as well, too. I mean, I know he's been some of those roles in the past, but has he actually been captain of it, or has he always been vice captain?
No, vice captain.
I would like to see Phil do it too. That would have been, yeah. We got to get this live PGA thing over with. It's killing golf. It's killing golf. They announced a merger and we still can't get along. So yeah. Rough. What does it say?
Hold tight. So my question was, and I'm assuming at this point, like this Chat GPT shit is going to be like it's Wikipedia, right? You can kind of take it for like Webster's dictionary.
Yeah.
What about or Encyclopedia Britannica? Who remembers those? Okay, I said, can a non-PGA player be a Ryder Cup captain? As provided by Chat AI. Yes, a non-PGA player can be a Ryder Cup captain. While it is common for Ryder Cup captains to have a background as professional golfers, it is not required. The selection of the Ryder Cup captain is typically based on various factors, including leadership qualities, experience, knowledge of the game, and the ability to motivate and strategize. As long as the individual possesses the necessary qualities and is chosen by the relevant governing bodies or committees, they can serve as a Ryder Cup captain regardless of their playing career.
There you go. See, and Jordan loves the Ryder Cup. He goes.
Damn it, Dan.
Yeah.
Damn it. He's been vice captain dozens of times.
Who?
Not dozens, but but multiple times. He's been Ryder. Jordan.
Yeah.
No, he's absolutely. He's I think where did they play? At Medina in outside of Chicago. I saw him riding on the golf cart with Tiger Woods' ex-wife. I don't know what's going on there, but let's just say everybody's down. But he had a big stogie in his mouth, and he was cruising around on the golf cart, like riding around, being vice captain them up. I would say that Michael Jordan is very motivational. I would say he has lots of organizational skills, and he loves golf.
And the most importantly, he doesn't care about the politics. He just wants to win.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Hey, you know what? It would have been great. This would have been great television as well. And it kind of was. But guess what, guys? I can't pick between JT and Brooks. We're going to have tryouts.
So if you go there, you know what's happening there, right? The next thing is you got TB. You got TB is now Ryder Cup captain. And when does it get out of scope? Because then it's like, come on, boys, right? Win sprints in the parking lot. Here we go.
But I think that Jordan can be very motivational. Well, we're way off task here, but I don't know. I think it'd be fun. Yeah.
Well, here's what I have to say about this. Rock Elite and I were on Instagram live. I don't remember if it was last week. And I think I like Zach Johnson. I've watched him plenty. Yeah. I think he's of what I see. I didn't see him at East Lake, so I don't know. He didn't Heisman me. He didn't blow me out. So I don't know about all this, but I think that I don't know if he's got that. I don't know if he's got that bite.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even have the bark like this dog in the background that ain't Dixie.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even have that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I don't know. To me, and a lot of the stuff that I watched today, it looked a little. He'll do a fine job, but I think he might get it handed to him. And I don't know that this is going to be a spot. I don't know if this is going to be a shining moment in the career of Zach Johnson. I hope it is. I don't think it's going to be a victory. I just hope that it doesn't go down as because people are really going to rip this thing apart, right? I don't know. Who else did we go? Who didn't we hit?
Well, we had Collin. I think he's deserving.
Collin's in, Spieth's in, BK's in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who I'm replacing Bucky with. Give me DeChambeau. I don't hate the Bucky thing.
Bucky's on the fence for me, right? But I don't know. He doesn't, and he hasn't played great lately. I'll tell you that.
The Bucky thing with JT there is part of what gets me. Wouldn't you? The three amigos together, and somebody's going to have to pick somebody to go out with somebody else. And Spieth is going to be the headliner, right? Spieth is the prom queen, and everybody wants to go with the prom queen to be the king. And if JT gets selected, Bucky's going to be a little butthurt. If Bucky gets selected, JT's going to be a little butthurt. So I think it's not going to be animosity, but it's going to be like, but I really wanted to go play with you, bud. Here's what. Okay, so let's talk about this. I don't know how much longer we're going to talk, but you'll let me know. So give me some, and we can save a lot of this. So I just want a high level. Give me two pairings that you think are going to happen in Team USA. Who do you think is going out? Because I think they're only going to play Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think it's a 3-day event. which is very fitting for someone that has a Roman numeral for a name for at least the tour. And so, who do you think are guaranteed pairings that we're going to see? You can give me as many as you want, or you can
Spieth
give me
and JT. Spieth and JT is a guaranteed pairing.
Okay. Who do you think Brooks?
Scheffler and Burns is a guaranteed pairing.
Really?
They're pals, aren't they? Big pals.
I don't.
He's baffled.
So what is this? Is this like this has turned into?
Yeah, it's a friend. Yeah, these aren't captain's picks. These are friend picks.
Okay. So what we've turned into is it's not about winning. It's about okay, everybody, pick your It's like a square dancing thing. It's like
these captain's picks are like Jim Nantz said. Here's the ones that got the best ratings. Let's go for it.
God, I hope that's not the. Who can they pair with Koepka if they have to?
Oh, Morikawa.
Ooh, I think that's a good play. I think that can happen. I mean, so can they put Scheffler with him?
Sure. Yeah. Scheffler can get around. He can get along with anybody. They got to play pretty quick. Morikawa, he's pretty quick, right? I don't think he's not like slow.
Well, hold on before you go there.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to mention who I think is a guaranteed pairing.
Oh,
now,
right,
I think JT and Spieth are like that no softballs here, bitches.
Yeah.
But I do think that the pairing of an alt shot is going to be one Brooks Cupcake and one Patrick Cantlay.
You think they're going to be paired together? No freaking way.
But
no
freaking way. But it is going to be a complete disaster. Complete disaster. Can you imagine that this thing gets set up and picked and Cantlay is playing in front of Brooks on Sunday when they're playing singles? Oh my God. I mean, I'm thinking like he's just going to fucking start sending it like over it because they're probably going to be so far down by that point that they can't win.
Yeah.
And it's just, I'm just going to fly it for entertainment purposes. We need ratings at this point.
Exactly.
I don't think it's going to be Homa. Who do I think is going to get paired with?
Here, see, May 27th, 2023. Sam Burns and Scottie Scheffler are best friends both on and off the course.
Oh, look at you. Don't show off. Just be using your chat GPT.
Lifelong friends, just like in Clear and Present Danger.
All right. So it's going to be Scheffler and Burns. That's the pair. Okay. So we got Scheffler, Burns. We got JT Spieth. Because I think they only have to sit. I think they sit 4 people during this one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
JT Spieth. So you got Scottie and Burns. And now that you've invited Brooks, I mean, don't you have to like you gotta just use Brooks, right? Even though he doesn't want to play all the golf, like you got. I mean, he's out there every fucking round, man. I mean, we're playing 36 today. You're out there, buddy. You're in it. You're in it, and you got to show up.
Who out of the ones that made it on their own plays the least?
Well, all right, so you got Xander, Cantlay.
Homa.
And
you're talking about pairings. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Xander Cantlay, they could play every match.
Yep. Agreed.
JT and Spieth is questionable.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. Do you do you get cute and do you go Bucky and Homa and kind of send that California vibe? I mean, do you try to go like they
could start fighting over sponsors,
like totally. Well, Bucky said he did. I don't know that Max Homa has a bourbon sponsor either. So
it's a good point. It's a good point.
By the way, I don't think there's a single person on the Ryder Cup that has a whiskey. And now I know Bucky has Corona, but I don't think anybody's no brands. Hey, Big Bourbon.
Well, JT does. JT's a Woodford guy, right?
Yeah, but they didn't think he was going to make it. That's not the reason they put their money on. There was
no. You were
chance.
saying that there was no Bourbon guys on the Ryder Cup. That's the only one, I think. Yeah,
I think Homa still has something, but they took half of Homa's budget and gave it to Renner.
they did. They did.
I know. Oh, I know they didn't. Of which she didn't have a logo for anything when she's sitting around. So Cantlay and X-Man. Scott, I like Scottie and Burns. I think that's probably a bingo. I like Xander and Cantlay. Who are you going to put Brian Harman with? Lefty. So out of the people that made it, I think Brian Harman sits the most. That's what I think.
Ooh, wow.
I think Brian Harman gets. I think he gets put in the back like it's like, just put the old guy back there in the corner. He'll be fine. Now I'm not saying he's old, but I'm saying I think for this team, he's probably what's Brian? I mean, Brian Harman's got to be the oldest guy here, right?
I thought Scottie was. Just look at him.
Old man river.
Harman and Clark maybe go together.
No chance.
Why?
No chance. No, I'd see Koepka and Clark going together before that. But I can see their games kind of getting down.
Because you said Cantlay and Schauffele, right?
Xander,
yeah,
for sure.
So you don't think Harman and Clark?
No, I think it would be. I think it'd be Koepka and Clark. I could see that.
That's a hell of a team right there.
That's what I'm saying, yo.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that being a thing. Let's see. I don't know. That's this Brian Harman. He's a ghost. How old is Brian Harman? He ain't no spring. 36. So he's that. Let's see. Who's the oldest guy? Cupcake may be the oldest guy. Nah, it's got to be. I mean, outside of your boy. Yeah, he's 33. Yeah, so it's got to be Harman's got to be the oldest guy on here. Maybe that's why Keegan didn't get invited. It's like, well, Harman won a major, and we want to coin him as the oldest guy on the Ryder Cup team.
Maybe it's because JT's a Rolex ambassador and they're a sponsor. Exactly.
I mean, they are heading closer. They'll be closer. Keegan would have been 37, so I think Keegan would have one upped him. And he's not the cool guy, and he's not in the boys club. Okay. Do you think Brooks Koepka is in the boys club?
He's big pals with a bunch of those guys, right? So big pals with Jordan and Rory, and he's in that club. Yeah. He doesn't look like it on TV, but the way he talks about him and Rory playing golf all the time, and he's like, what is it? He's a five-time major winner? Four-time major winner. Four, right? Five. Yeah. That's right. 2 and 2, and then 1. Yeah. So 5-time. Yeah. So yeah, he's in the boys club for sure. Yeah.
Rory could have been Mr. 4-time at the FedEx Tour Championship or whatever they call it. But no dice. Jinx that one.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll belabor this longer on another show. We're gonna have a lot of changes coming up, by the way. I don't know.
A lot of changes. Okay. I don't
know if the chat bot told you. We're gonna start doing the show topless, and I may even do it bottomless sometimes. You never know. Low camera. I don't know what else about we're going to have a lot of chance to talk about the Ryder Cup. So did we miss anything? I don't need to talk about the friggin' people that made it and qualified. I mean, they made it, they qualified. So,
okay. Oh, hold on. So there's controversy there too, right? Because they have not fixed the OWGR with Liv. Okay. So Brooks Koepka almost made it without even playing on the PGA Tour, with it not being a captain's pick. Right.
Okay. Fair.
So those guys only got points for like 4 events. Right. But Patrick Reed, played great in those majors, right? He played a good year. I'm not kidding. Taylor Gooch. I mean, if they actually gave those guys points, it'd be interesting to see what the Ryder Cup team looked like, because we're missing half the talent here, right? That's why we're concerned and we're ripping on it. This is crap. Yeah, this is the asterisk.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, this is Barry Bonds winning the home run record. This is Mark McGwire hitting the most home runs in a season. I mean, this is definitely it's asterisk when asterisk counts.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, Babe Ruth. I mean, fuck, who knew? They didn't even know what a fucking asterisk was back then.
Exactly.
So there were no asterisks.
Right.
You know who doesn't have an asterisk beside their name? David Wells.
David Wells.
He's like, I'm showing up just stoned out of my mind, hung over as hell, didn't get no sleep, and I'm still throwing no hitters, baby.
Dang
Boom.
right.
Boom.
Dang right. Yep.
Yeah, no asterisk there. So yeah, I agree. I think this is asterisk season. I mean, it's as much as all the COVID crap was asterisk here and asterisk there, it's a little squirrely about what's going on and about who's here and who's not here. And I don't know. Nah, I don't know what we're going to see out of this.
All right,
but we will.
Let's cover some topics real quick before we close it out. I think we're good on the Ryder Cup though, right?
Well, for now, because we got to get with the Chasing Daylight podcast and get a date scheduled. You're going to have to stay up a little later than you normally do.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that. Like they don't want me on at 10 o'clock at night. So that's not going to happen.
No, they do not.
But we'll settle on probably like we'll settle on a later time than 2:30 Eastern time to get on.
Right.
And so we'll get something nailed down with those guys. And we got a lot of liquor folks that we got to bring on. For those of you that are watching, there's one of them.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I don't think I can actually release that.
So Stan Wawrinka, in a recent interview, said, being a contemporary of the big three made me better. They pushed me to improve. I had no choice. The U.S. Open just started yesterday. Stan's from Switzerland over there with Fed.
That's not the golf U.S. Open, by the way.
Oh, they can play that one again too. Look at where Novak stays when he's playing the U.S. Open.
So you're saying we've got our court surface of choice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got grass.
We got grass. We got
hard court. Yeah. And then
sand,
clay and something else. Yeah. And then this is an indoor court here, apparently.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder that sumbitch wins all the time. I mean, shit.
I was talking to some people today that this Gordon Euling here, this guy here, this is his house. He's a former pro tennis. I don't have no idea who the guy is. No, I never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
So Victor celebrated his first meal with Chipotle, your buddy. Let's see if he gives their Chip a Heisman.
Little prick Vic, huh?
Little prick Vic.
He does go for the guacamole first, which I hold on. Go back to that. So,
sure.
So let me go ahead and talk about this. Let me talk this out. Good choice in going for the guacamole first, because as we know, guacamole has a shelf life. So that's a very, very good decision. It's kind of like the way he plotted his way around Eastlake. Go for the guacamole first, because that's the most likely to expire out of what's in the bag. And I don't know where all the Chipotles are around Eastlake, but I do know where a few of them are.
Yeah.
And if they went to the closest one,
yeah,
that burrito could have still been a little fuego.
Ooh.
And you want to let that burrito kind of let it kind of marry together and let it cool down a little bit. So go ahead and take the guacamole and get that out of the way.
Nice.
I like it. It's the way he kind of worked his way around the course.
So when he says he lives in Stillwater, Oklahoma, all you can think about is Almost Famous, right?
Well, what I can think about is Sly.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm thinking I hope there's a season 2.
Yep. So I did want to talk about this. 2019, when he's a rookie, let's get to know Hobby. So name Viktor Hovland, Hobby, spirit animal, to be determined. When I grew up,
how do you know that that's to be determined?
I don't know. I don't know.
You all are not the same. What do you call it? You're not all Xers or Zers. Like you guys are completely different generational creatures. That could be like, I mean, the things that are coming to mind that are not appropriate, so I'm not going to say them. But I mean, that could be that. That does not that be dope.
Mm-hmm. When I grow up, I want to be cool. The thing I do best is nothing. Best concert I ever attended was Never Been. I eat omelets for breakfast, and my best friend is Kevin. This is not a good profile. Who approved this profile?
I don't know. Don't move that yet. Don't move that. You need to send this to me in a better format because this picture is going to suck. But this is what this is going to be our chasing daylight. Don't answer this, but this is going to be how we start our conversation with the Chasing Daylight podcast off. Is we're going to have to we're going to do a round table. I mean, I will definitely be drunk and fall out of my chair by the end of that show, but well before the show ever ends. But this is how we're going to start off our introduction with the Chasing Daylight podcast. I feel like there's an aggressive merger coming on, and I'm very happy to give up something of nothing, so I can have nothing.
I want to see fills of this.
Ooh, let's see. So my name is Phil Mickelson, lefty. Spirit animal. It's a tiger. I mean, I feel like he's like a tiger blood, like a tiger.
You think he was going to go with tiger? You think it's competitor?
I think he's going to say he's a lion. How about this?
He's a lion.
He's a lion. He's a lion. When I grew up, I want to be I want
Gambler?
to be I was going to go for lucky, but yes, I mean same direction. The thing I do best is
craps.
I would say I have a steady hand. You let the dice go in the right way. Best concert I've ever attended was
Chainsmokers.
Ooh, I was going to go for like Journey, but okay.
He's a Journey guy, maybe. Yeah,
it could be. I eat
tigers for breakfast,
and my best friend is. Hold on,
Lady Luck.
I was going to say incarcerated. So. There's lots of ways you can throw that around. That's
what's the Saudi guy's name?
I can't, my accent doesn't work. I screw up I screw it up.
My best friend is Greg.
Incarcerated is what I would say.
All right, I'll do Tiger.
Tiger. My name is
Eldrick.
Eldrick Tiger Woods. Nickname Tiger.
Spirit animal.
Well, it's the obvious.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to be
Navy SEAL.
Ooh, that's good. I can't top that. Can't top it. The thing I do best is, I got this one. Pick up chicks. I mean, if we're being honest, pick up chicks. Best concert I've ever attended was.
Ooh, what do you think, Tiger? What do you think he'd say his favorite concert was? Why did you ask Rory this?
That's a good question. We got to do DJ next after the Tiger's favorite concert is going to be. I think it's Jimmy Buffett. I think it's Jimmy Buffett.
Wow!
I think it's a Buffett. I mean, he's a boatman, or could be Zach Johnson. Give him a Zach Johnson, on the water kind of thing. I think it would be a Zach Johnson show. I eat
for breakfast steak.
Yeah. Well, protein. At least that's what the manager of the Woods said is don't give him any carbs. Give him meat and protein. Give him meat and salads. My best friend is Charlie. And his best friend is Charlie. All right. So here we go. I'm sending this one your way. Oh boy. Name. We talked about him a lot today. Well, not a lot, but we talked about him enough. And he could be featured in the thumbnail for this podcast with one GOAT hockey legend Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Name.
Dusty.
Dustin Johnson, nicknamed Dusty. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Spirit animal.
Oh, that's good. You come up with first. I'm trying to think. Let's see.
Well,
Spirit
I mean,
animal.
I'm gonna go with an elephant. I mean, it's got that sniffer on him, and it's just kind of moving through the process, and he's just kind of lumbering along. I mean, I think it's an elephant.
Spirit animal could be, I don't know, but I'm a high flyer.
That's a Steven Stills song, by the way. We'll get to that in a minute. When I grow up, I want to be.
Oh, you go first. This is so hard.
What was I want to be the actor from shit, I had it and then I lost it. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp was in a movie with Paul Rubens, and they were the first cocaine smuggler in
Yeah, Boogie Nights. He wants to be Dirk Diggler.
No,
yeah.
it ain't Boogie Nights. No.
Which one?
No.
Oh, Johnny Depp, you're saying?
Johnny Depp.
Escobar?
No. God.
Who?
We're gotta work on our chat GPT here. This is not good. This is actually horrible. Blow. John, I want to be Blow. He wants to be, when he grows up, he wants to be Johnny Depp's character in Blow.
Okay, good.
Or he wants to be the Wolf of Wall Street in the opening scene.
Exactly. The thing I do best is
already know.
Ask around.
Keep a clean dashboard. You never know when you're going to need to use
it. The best concert I ever attended was the Bee Gees.
Could be. That's where you want to go. I don't know. That's
you have one. You have a different one. Different one for a concert?
No, that's fine. Mm-hmm. You can go there.
All right. What does he eat for breakfast? Who's his best friend?
Who's eating for breakfast? I don't know, but I'd like his number.
You can combine the last two for him.
I don't know, but I'd like his number.
All right. So we did that. So this one here from the PGA Tour on August 26th. Scottie Scheffler's shuffle is evolving. What is going on with his leg?
I don't know, but Jeff from Rock Elite Barrel Pickers last week said, if I ever tried to do this move on the golf course, I would definitely fall over and hurt myself.
This looks like a gymnast trying to catch himself.
This is not going to bode well. I think maybe Tattersall. Ooh, we got to get Tattersall on, by the way, pre-Ryder Cup to talk, because he's definitely going to be talking about Team Euro. There's no way that he's going to be able to do this and stay healthy. Can't happen. Like, somebody needs to get a hold of this guy and rein him in, right? I mean, think about the issues outside of Tiger's extracurricular activities that have caused him pain. This is on the golf course for Scheffler, and you're never going to hurt yourself like this playing a board game unless you put one of the pieces in your mouth and you accidentally swallow. Right? The factual statement.
Exactly.
I don't know what he's doing, and I don't know how you consistently keep that up. So he's going to be I think he's the next downturn in golf, right? I mean, we saw Rory do it. I'm sorry, not Rory. We saw JT is going through it. We saw Spieth. We saw Bucky. I think look at that cute couple.
Exactly.
But I think that's that Scheffler's going to be the next guy that's going to have to go through some swing evolutions, because
I told you he won a playoff event. He won the BMW.
I said he won. Yes, I know he won the Memorial and he won a playoff event. That's what I said. Look at that cute couple.
Yeah.
How did you know I was into Koreans?
Did you see Brian Harman throw out the first pitch?
Brian Harman was a D-bag too.
Was he?
I didn't mention him. Yeah, I forgot about
him. Really?
Because most of the time when I look at people, I have to look up. Well, I didn't really have to look up this time.
He was not nice to you.
No, he was not.
Really?
No, he was a D-bag. And
Well,
being
what
in
did he say to
Georgia,
you?
and there was nobody there. There was
What did he say
nobody
to you?
there. I was like, hey, man, can we get a photo? And believe it, I hadn't been drinking that much. I mean, this was early. There was I swear to God, there was nobody there. I mean, and I'm like, hey, man,
That's when the true colors come out.
Like, nah. And I'm like, what is that? Is that like a Nelly song? Like, nah. I'm like, come on, man. And he's like, nah. And I said, hey, welcome to Eastlake, man. Good to see you back in Atlanta. Nah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
D-bag.
Wow, interesting.
So hold on. Do you notice anything interesting about Brian Harman's pitch?
Let me take a look.
Yeah, back that up. Tell me.
It's coming right back.
Yeah, I know. So give me anything interesting about his form, about his technique, about anything that's happening here.
He kind of pushed it a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. What would you think?
I feel like he plays golf left-handed.
Oh, good point. Good point. Yeah.
I feel like he's a lefty. And he did. I mean, it was a ball. And it was a little puff cake like he was. Though.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
But he's a righty. I think he's a field job. I think he plays golf left-handed, and I think he does everything else right-handed.
All right, last thing, and then I gotta go. So, have you seen this clip yet?
I have not. I hope we get volume.
Let me close it down. I'll make sure I put the volume on real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second. Share sound.
Oh, the battery must be running out in the chat GPT.
Oh. All right.
Does she mention she loves listening to the Birdies and Bourbon podcast?
Of course. Oh, hold on.
Oh, bless her heart.
Okay, here it comes.
I've been the Tim Horton a lot in last 2-3 days, and I had like a lot of ice cap. I'm really happy to be back Canada because Tim Horton, I need a sponsor by Tim Horton maybe. I've been the Tim Horton a lot.
Now, are you a Tim Horton fan?
I have been to Canada before. And what I will say is the Canadians are very fond of their Tim Hortons. I mean, it's the Starbucks of Canada, pretty much.
Pretty much. She seems to be a big fan of Tim Horton.
No. Clearly, she is. Clearly. And she's been there a lot. So, I mean, hey, okay. I you know my weaknesses.
So did you ask Rory if he wanted to get some pizza after the tournament together?
I didn't. I didn't stick around on Sunday. I saw who was going to win, and I'm like, I'm not going to give. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I got it.
All right. Well, good. So next week we'll be back. We got some stuff going on next week, right? Yeah.
We do. Yeah. So we got some booze that we're gonna have some booze representatives on. I guess we got a lot of stuff coming up. So I don't know. Just stay tuned. We got a lot of changes coming to the show. They're probably gonna suck. I hope if they don't, then we'll change them again until they do. How do you feel about that, Dan?
Exactly.
Thanks for listening. By the way, we may have a major series pick coming out for the Ryder Cup. It's already out. It's probably sold out, but I always keep a few extra just in case of an emergency. Outside of that, we'll see you the next time we're here. And